we're all eventually gonna get hurt one way or another. The question always is how bad the injury is, how often we get injured. Because accidents, anytime someone gets hurt, the first person responsible for that would be us, the instructors, or whoever is the instructor for the class. Again, that's how we do things. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Valor Training Center YouTube channel. I am Mark Entrata, 47 years old, first degree black belt under the legend himself, Cobrina Charles. And I've been doing jiu-jitsu for over 24 years, and I've been teaching, running an academy, I don't know, whatever you call it, for around 15 years. And if you're new to the channel, this channel really is mostly for beginners, hobbyists, and older people. And the goal of this channel, one of the goals, is definitely to help beginners and those people to have a very pleasurable, very enjoyable jiu-jitsu journey. Now, I always talk about safety in this. Remember, that's the number one rule that we have. Stay safe first. Now, what is a good... So the topic for today is, what is a good indicator to see if the academy you're training at, the gym you're training at, is safe for beginners, hobbyists, and older people? Here are just some of the things on top of my head based from, again, my own experiences. And this isn't the end-all be-all of it's just one of the things. But here's the thing. If you see a lot of students who are mid-30s and even all the way up to 50s, almost 60 years old, consistently training, then that means that academy is most probably very safe to train at, or at least safe to train long term. See, but let me be clear also, because there's a difference between saying, oh yeah, I see a lot of people in their 40s, but let's say they're already brown belts, black belts, purple belts. It means they probably started jiu-jitsu when they were younger. So who knows if it's so basically their bodies are already prepared, or their bodies used to the rigorous training of jiu-jitsu. Even if it's intense, they can handle it most probably. So that's not really the indicator. Just because there's, let's say, around 10 people in their 40s, but they're all around purple, brown, black belts, then you still can't. But if you see a lot of same age group, mid-30s or late 30s all the way up to 50s, but they're mostly one stripe, two stripe white belt, or even up until blue belt. Because, on the average, people get their blue belt in like 2 years. So you see some 50-year-old guys who are blue belts already, and some have two stripes, three stripes. That means they've been training with the team, with that academy, or in that academy for quite some time, and they're still fine. Now, let me be clear also. This is if you're looking for, especially if, you just want to learn, you just want to move a little bit more, you want to be a little bit healthier, but on the other hand, let's say you're looking for more intense training, more, competitive style, more, then maybe that's a red flag for you. It's like, man, because if you're looking for intense training, more competition style, that's probably not the class or the team. Especially if, I don't know, I think some teams, they really just have a few classes. They don't really separate a lot of the fundamentals, the comp class, the intermediate, etc. So it really depends what your options are. But if you're more into competition, you're really interested in competition in intense training, then on the other hand, that's a red flag. So you're probably gonna get bored. You're probably gonna end up hurting someone there. So the pace might be a little bit too slow for you. Why is having a lot of these older people consistently training a good indicator? Because that means first, they're not getting hurt, or at least not getting hurt seriously. guys, you know me. I need to be real with everyone. We're all eventually gonna get hurt one way or another. The question always is how bad the injury is, how often we get injured, because accidents still happen. Man, people get injured just by walking. See? Yeah, it happens. I'm not saying it's me, but I know people who, but here's me. Literally, there would be times that, again, I'm 47. Like one strong sneeze sometimes messes me up. Messes up my rib. But anyway, I don't want to even discuss. But see, so if they're staying consistent, it means they're not getting hurt. Okay. The second one is they're not getting hurt, most probably because there are safety protocols in place. First, probably the for the warm ups itself, the pace would probably be more light to moderate. All right, so here's the thing. I'm just telling you guys how we do things for the for, for the fundamentals classes. All right, so because at least this is what we do. So it's light to moderate pace. Sometimes I even remind people, especially if they're new and they haven't done a lot of physical activities in the past few years. I even tell them, hey, anytime you wanna stop, get a break, go ahead, man. Don't push yourself too much, because I don't want people passing out. And I'm like, there's gonna be a medical emergency. But no, it's for everyone's safety, right? See, so light to moderate pace. Next, uh, regarding the systems, at least the ones we use. Yeah. It also we also pair the students with we choose the pairings because as coaches we really know who's a little bit more intense, who's uh, again, just because they're intense, just because they're a little bit reckless. Let's just be clear about that. It doesn't mean they're bad people. Okay? I discussed this in the earlier video, the last video I made. Okay? The math bullies, the reckless people. Again, doesn't mean they're bad people. They're it is what it is. There will always be people like that in the academy. So the instructors, us as instructors, we have a list. All right, these guys are a little bit more intense, so blah blah blah. So the pairings, there's a system when it comes to pairings, when it comes to positional sparring and even actual sparring. And I even hold our instructors, all including myself, of course, accountable if there is a student who gets hurt in their class. So anytime someone gets hurt, the first person responsible for that would be us, the instructors, or whoever is the instructor for the class. Again, that's how we do things at Alliance Jiu-Jitsu Manila, which you should visit if you have time. If you're a hobbyist, you're just there to have fun. But if you want more competition style, maybe visit another team. I think Carpe Diem. Carpe Diem's like those guys are, man, competition ready. Those guys have. So I usually refer Carpe Diem when people ask, "Oh, I want more competition training style." I'm like, "Oh, hey, go to Carpe Diem in Makati." Anyway, so those are some of the things that we do, at least we do, to make sure that our older students feel safe when it comes to training. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who does this. We're not the only one. So try to observe if more or less that's how the academy you started training at is doing things. Especially again, if you're a beginner, you're a hobbyist, you're an older person, because that's an indicator. If you see a lot of older people consistent training, that's an indicator that, yeah, especially if you're not even in your 30s or at least mid 30s, then in theory you should be fine. Now here's the caveat or something. No, but here's the thing. Again, depends on who you are, and maybe later on you want a little bit more of an intense style of training because you're like, oh cool, you became all in when it comes to jiu-jitsu. You fell in love with jiu-jitsu. But if that's still the pace of the classes you're attending, and here's what we can do. What you can do first, if there are other classes in your school, in your academy, that's a little bit more intense, then maybe ask if you can join those classes already to level up your intensity, that type of training. Next, man, it is what it, if that's really just how your academy does things, and there's no other option to be more intense. I mean, then maybe you have to look for a different academy. Now, as long as well, again, really depends. But anyway, if your team is understanding, if your coaches are understanding of your goals, and because that's what happened with us also before. Before we've had so many students, even when I was still a blue belt. Okay, but when I started teaching, you know, and another instructor, Aaron. Okay, so he's a purple belt. I was a blue belt. We had a student and their friend, Gully Go. Okay, so he was training with us, but at that time he was also training in Ateneo. And Ateneo eventually broke away. We were all from New Breed at that time. They broke away. They went to. They eventually formed Atos, Philippines. And Gully's our friend. Gully would cross train between uh, our gyms. But then when they broke out, someone had to choose. But Gully said, "Hey man, as much as you guys are my friends, I like the training, but the more intense training is the one that kind of that's the one that challenges me and pushes me to get better." So we're like, "Yeah, man, brother, let's go." That's why up to now, Gully and I are friends, but I haven't seen him in a while. I don't think he has social media. But anyway, if you know Gully, go, man. Please tell that Mark says hi, and you know, 300 people, 300 subscribers heard his name. So yeah, I know it's not a lot, but we're solid. We're getting more solid. So anyway, so with that, you may outgrow the pace, but at least, hey, what's the first thing we want from the channel and from our journey? Safe. So at least you're safe. Now, if you want to risk, that's your choice. So with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Man, almost 300 subscribers. That's crazy. You guys are crazy. But thank you so much for being crazy. Let's continue to help each other out. If you have any suggestions, if you have other things that you feel are, especially with this topic, just comment. Other indicators that would show that the academy or the gym is a safe academy to train at, especially again if you're a beginner, you're a hobbyist, or you're an older person. Comment below, man. Let's help each other out. So with that, thank you so much, my friend. But remember, also subscribe if you haven't yet. But remember, my friends, stay safe, have fun, so we can train until we are 99. And I'll see you guys in the next video.